Hello, this is Adetuju Precious, and you are welcome to this tutorial. Welcome to another class. We will still be continuing the introduction to graphic design, and today we'll be looking at the element of graphic design. So let's move. When we talk about element of design, the first thing that comes to your mind is the basic, the fundamental of design. That's the first thing that comes into your mind. Element is talking about all, like when we're talking about parts of the body, like what makes the body. That's parts of the body, right? So element is like we're saying that part of the design, like every single and tiny things that was put together to make a graphic, to make a design. Do you understand? So we have 6 elements of design here. We have lines, we have shape, we have form, we have color, we have texture, then we have space. So we are going to consider them one after the other very quickly. So line is a simple thing we've been coming across during our basic level in school. So line is the basic building block of design. I remember back then in school that line, the define line as like line is the shortest distance between two things or something. So line is the basic building block of design. And we have different type of line. Line can be straight, it can be curved, it can be thin, it can be horizontal, it can be vertical or diagonal. Any type of line at all. So it can also be used, any type of line can be used in creating design. And line can create shape. Like looking at triangle now, we're still going to look at shape. Looking at triangle was created with 3 lines, right? With 3 equal lines. So line can create shapes, it can divide space, it can convey movements or direction. It can direct you to look towards a direction. You understand? So talking about shape are 2-dimensional areas defined by lines. Remember I mentioned line earlier. It is defined by line. It can be defined by colors or texture. It can be defined by color or texture. When you look closely at this now, it's not so clear, but we can see lines. We can see color. Like color is they use color as a shadow that can make us to feel like, okay, these things, they are shaped, like they are real. You understand? So color are those things that like they add feeling to this shape. Then we can see texture also. So type of shape can be geometric, can have circular, square, it can be organic, like leaf or cloud. Shape can help us to create pattern and structures within our design. We can use shape very well to add beauty, add structure to our design. Then we have form. Form refers to 3-dimensional aspect of an object. It gives depth and it also gives volume. So to achieve form, it can be achieved through the use of light, shadow, and perspective. Referring to this picture that I talked about earlier, you will see that this is no longer shape. It's no longer shape. Shape is something like talking about shape now. If we are talking about shape, all these things that we are seeing is no longer shape. Shape is simply triangle, rectangle. They're just they're not they're just 2-dimensional. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So but form are 3-dimensional. White shapes are two-dimensional. You can only see them, you cannot feel their depth, but with form you can feel the depth, you can see light, shadow. So form can be like cube, sphere, or even human figure. So quickly let's move to color. Color is one of the most powerful elements the element of graphic design. It's one of the most powerful, because most of the time that's what attracts, almost all the time that's what attracts your client first. Before they start seeing the details on the flyer, they must have been attracted through the color of a design, because color evoke emotion and it also convey messages and creates visual interest. Recently I was in a gathering and someone was celebrating her birthday, and the flyer they did for the birthday of that woman was looking like the woman, like maybe the woman was dead, because the color, everything was just poor. The arrangement, it was speaking sadness. And if I did not read the details on the flyer, I would have concluded that probably this person is dead. The picture quality, everything was poor. So color is one of the most powerful elements, and one of the things you must take note of whenever you want to design. We're still going to talk about color deeply. So texture, you can see an example now. Texture is the surface quality of an object. Texture can be smooth, it can be rough, it can be glossy. So it just add feeling also to your design. It add depth and tactile sensation to a design. It can invite your viewer to engage with it visually and sometimes physically. You can see some design, this texture now is looking like it's water, like water is flowing. We can pick out many things. We can sometimes see like maybe rock or something. So texture communicates something to your viewer. There's some texture that looks like you can actually dip your hand inside, like maybe that thing is deep, you understand? So texture add feelings to your design. And the last element we'll be considering here is space can be within or around or between a composition. It can also be positive or negative. Looking at this now, when we zoom it very well, all this place that is black is negative because it's empty. Let's assume that it's empty. So this place that we can see now, that we can see images and we can call it positive space. That's the space that we can see our icon, images and everything from. So this is where we'll be stopping on elements of design, and in the next class we'll be considering principle of design. Stay tuned and go over the class again so that you can get yourself grounded in the basic knowledge of graphic design, so that you will not be confused when we start going into practical. I would have loved that we'll go into practicals like quickly, but for us to build a good foundation so that we won't be dragging ourselves back when we later get to practical. So I want you to get yourself grounded in the basic knowledge. See you in the next class. Bye bye.